Hello and welcome to the art and science behind the My Challenge Creator platform. Today, you're going to learn how you can leverage the My Challenge Creator platform to create, gamify, and most importantly, automate your challenges. You're going to learn how to engage your community in a private container that you own. And perhaps my favorite, you're going to learn how to reclaim your time and energy as you scale your business. So first of all, let's just establish one thing. Challenges work. Fact. Like there is a reason that all the top names in personal development and coaching all use challenges to grow their business. Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, Russell Brunson, Brendan Burchard, Grant Cardone, they're all using them. And the reason is simple. They get people to engage in your content. And once people engage, engagement is the holy grail of marketing. If you can get people to engage in your content and they get a taste of what's possible, the taste of the transformation that's possible, by working with you, they are naturally going to want more. So the thing about this is how we have traditionally been using marketing is we create a book or we create a course. And the problem with those is they're great for a transfer of information. But if we're being honest, most of us have probably bought a bunch of books or a bunch of courses only to not complete them, right? And then we don't get the benefit that they were designed for. Or even worse is we do read the book or we do complete the course, but then we come to the realization that there's a big difference between knowing what to do and doing what we should be doing. And challenges fix this because challenges are specifically designed to get people into action. They're the best way, possibly the best way to give people a taste of what's possible to work with you. And when they see the transformation, when they see the experience that you're able to create for them, not only are they going to turn into raving fans and want everything else that you offer, but they're going to share that message with others. I've found my person. I found someone that can actually help me create the change that I want. So bottom line, challenges are powerful. Now, the problem is that unless you're Tony Robbins or Dean Graziosi and you have a huge team and unlimited resources, right now, there's a huge barrier of entry for running a really good challenge. Currently, you have to cobble together a whole bunch of different softwares and platforms just to run your challenge. So you need Facebook groups and Zoom and email and a tech support area and a whole bunch of different things. And so that can really be enough to make either it very hard and tremendously time restraining and time intensive and resource intensive, or it's just a barrier that we're just like, that's too hard. I'm not doing it. So what I'm here to show you, and that's the problem that we went about trying to solve, is what if we could just get rid of all of those things and create a really simple way for you to create and run challenges. Imagine running a challenge on autopilot without being chained to your laptop. Imagine no more going live on social media every day of the challenge and struggling to respond to every comment and DM. Imagine that you're not relying on an algorithm to reach your followers or your audience getting distracted by all the noise in their newsfeed. Imagine setting up your first challenge in less than 30 minutes with super tech-friendly software. My name is Jeff, and I'm the COO and co-founder of the My Challenge Creator. It is the easiest, most scalable way to create and run challenges, guaranteed to fill your coaching programs with ease, joy, and profit. In a moment, I'm going to show you just how easy it is. But before that, I want to give you a little bit more backstory on me. Now, like so many others, I didn't start out as a coach. I was a video game exec. I've always been an entrepreneur. And in my 20s, I became a partner in a video game publishing company. And it was one of those stories. We went from an attic to a small office to a bigger office. And within a few years, we became the largest publisher of video games for the Mac in just a few short years. So that was it was on the surface, a huge success. But every 6 months or so, I would wake up with a pit in the bottom of my stomach and realize that it wasn't why I was here, that I wasn't on purpose. And I really struggled with that. Thankfully, shortly thereafter, I was introduced to a beautiful master's program in spiritual psychology, which brought me out to California. And it introduced me to coaching. I had my first coaches. I felt the impact. And then I knew that that's what I wanted to do. Coming out of that program, I started my coaching practice. And I'll tell you, it wasn't what I expected. I hadn't forever known what I wanted to do. And now I was realizing that it's even more painful to know what you want to do, but not be able to live into that the way that you'd like to, versus doing something else and not knowing what it was you were here to do. So I struggled for 12 months, 18 months, trying a bunch of different things, trying to figure out, I got a few clients, but really trying to fill my fill my practice. And then it hit me. If I could give people a little taste of what it was like to work with me, maybe that would change the game and open the floodgates in my business. And so I hired some developers. We created the first challenge platform and a 30-day challenge to give people a taste of a few of the principles that I preached. And it was a huge success. First of all, it was super easy to invite people into a challenge versus asking them to say yes to investing in themselves thousands of dollars for a coaching program. This was a no-brainer. Of course, they do it. It's only 30 days. So it easily filled up. And the beautiful thing was once they did get a taste, I had people lining up to work with me one-on-one. And even more surprising and possibly the biggest amazing fact coming out of that is some of those people then introduced me to their companies or people in their organizations to bring the challenge platform in to help support the growth of their employees. And fast forward 9 years, we've worked with some of the largest organizations on the planet using challenges and using the My Challenge Creator platform to help shape their culture and develop key success behaviors. We worked with NASA and Thomson Reuters, Bloomingdale's, Toyota, and a ton of smaller companies. But then the pandemic hit. And this was where we really, in a fortuitous way, we had some coaches in our community. We're coaches and trainers at heart. And so in our community, we had some coaches and trainers reach out to us and say, hey, can we use your platform to turn some of our stuff into a gamified challenge? And we said, yes. And then they said, this is amazing. Can we tell some people? We said, yes. And they told some people, and those people told some people. And within a very short period of time, just about 6 months, we had over 100 coaches, trainers, speakers, and authors, all using the My Challenge Creator platform to bring challenges into their business in one way or another. Now, how are they using them? First of all, for marketing. So I want you to meet Ariel. Ariel's an amazing course creation expert. And she'd been running challenges already using kind of the old way, Facebook groups. But she was dialed in. When she switched to the My Challenge Creator platform, she said, I immediately noticed a huge uptick in engagement. And I knew that would translate to revenue. In her first challenge, she shared with us that she did about $35,000 of revenue coming right off of that challenge in direct sales. And so she ran a 5-day, and that's from a 5-day free challenge, just giving people a little taste of what it would be like to work with her and to say yes to her bigger program, which was a course on creating someone's course. So $35,000 of business coming right off of a 5-day challenge. And the beauty is she can run this challenge on autopilot whenever she wants. Next, I want to introduce you to Damon and Scott. These guys are high-end performance coaches. They've specialized in the peak performance state of flow. They pre-pandemic were traveling hundreds of thousands of miles a year to do in-person work, live trainings, live coaching. And their clients included like NCAA the sports teams or professional athletes, big corporations. But when the pandemic hit, a lot of that got turned off. And so they were looking for a way to take some of their work virtually. So we helped them create their first Intro to Flow challenge. And they just reached out to try it. This was new to them. They reached out to their to their networks, and they had 170 people say yes into their first challenge. Now they were charging $199 a person. They gave most people 50% off as a benefit for being first. So they were charging kind of net $100. And then they did something really genius. They invited some of the key decision makers from some of the organizations they wanted to work with to go ahead and try the challenge for free. So they ended up making about $12,000 or $14,000 in revenue from that challenge. But even cooler is they ended up getting 2 or 3 corporate clients directly from that first challenge. Now, fast forward a year, they've run that same challenge 4 or 5 different times, each time to a new group of 100, 150 people, and each time inviting more corporate decision makers in if they were in talks with anybody. And they have, in the last 12 months, opened 8 corporate clients, as well as creating a completely new revenue stream for their business, just using a single challenge. And then finally, I wanted to share that a lot of people are using challenges as a value add for their higher end programs. And I want you to meet Allah. Allah is a best-selling author. He's an executive coach. He's a high-end keynote speaker. And he shares this story that the magic of challenges for him is that he can create so many offers out of each one. One example is that he sold a challenge to a business at $400 a person with a minimum of 25 people. So just under $10,000 for the challenge itself. And then on top of that, the business purchased weekly coaching for the group at $2,000 per 90-minute session. So 4 of those, another $8,000. So he was able to earn just under $18,000 for about 10 hours of work. Now, here's what's beautiful. This has become now a strategy with his corporate clients. He can offer challenges and then expand the offering. This is a very easy way, again, for them to try him, to say yes to a lower ticket item, and then for him to easily offer all the additional programs and services that he does. So this has become a really powerful revenue generator in a lot of different ways. So those are just a few examples. We've got hundreds of those. We had dozens and dozens of examples like that, and hundreds of people who are in process of seeing the same kind of results for their own business. Now, let's face it, you're either here because you're interested in running challenges, but they look too hard to run, or you've run challenges and you know just how much work they are. Either way, you probably really get the power of challenges, but you might be thinking now, is it really that easy? Like, sounds good, but again, is this too good to be true? So the answer is yes. This is super easy. You can totally do it. And in a moment, I'm going to give you an actual example. We're going to go into the back end. I'm going to show you how easy it is to create a challenge. But just to give you a visual, in your back end, you go in there and you start with a grayscale of your app. And just by adding your content in a few areas, out the other side is going to come a beautiful, customized, gamified app every single time. You basically take the elements of things you already have, some of the content from your book or your course or your coaching program. You put it in one end, and out the other side comes a perfectly customized, gamified challenge every single time. Okay, so let me show you what that looks like. Okay, here we are in the back end of the My Challenge Creator platform. So this is on the preview My App section, and basically this would be where that grayscale is. And this is where you're filling out as you put your content in. This slowly comes to life, and you'll be able to see the app you're creating in real time. Now, just to show you how easy this is, let's say I'm going to go into the dashboard design, and let's just show you how easy this is to customize to your branding. Now, I'm just going to make this for our purposes here, just that your colors are red. Obviously, you can choose any color that you want, but you can change every aspect of the platform, of the app, in just a few clicks. So now I've made all of that red, I save it. And when I come back to the preview my app, you're going to see that in real time, you're going to watch your app come to life as you're creating it and designing it. It is as easy as a few clicks to change the entire branding of the app that you're creating. So let's go into one of the sections. So there's several sections on here. Some of which is for you to add your own content, some of which you can just choose from our library of things. One of those is the daily inspiration. And it basically is an inspirational quote or thought that's themed around whatever it is you're working on a pretty background. And we've got hundreds of these in our back end, and there's one per day of your challenge. It's just a great way for people to get engaged every morning in your challenge. It's a little push notification that goes out to your participants and says, hey, check in with your challenge. Here's your daily inspiration. And these we've got hundreds of. So in this case, this is a 30-day challenge, and we have 30 of them down here that have been chosen. But let's say you wanted to choose from our library. We've, as I mentioned, have hundreds, and you can just come down here and choose, click the ones that you want. You can pull up a new set that are categorized in our library by themes, or you can create your own. And this is a great way, again, to fully customize this. If you've got your own favorite quotes, things that you say, or quotes that you refer to quite a bit that we don't have in our library, you can have someone on Fiverr or someone on your team create those against pretty backgrounds, and then just bulk upload them to the system, and bam, you're done. Just a couple minutes and you have this entire section done already. And then I wanted to share just one other section. So in the coaches corner, for example, where you're going to be sharing some of your content, little tips. It's all designed to be done very quickly, very easily. In this case, on a 30-day challenge, these come out about every other day. So there's 13 of them in this case. And here, just to kind of show you how simple this is how easy it is for you to bring in your content. In this case, this is from YouTube. And so I just grabbed the link from YouTube, click this button, and then it pulls it in right here. You write your description, you save it, and that's it. And if you want to change, it's that simple as well. So all of the sections are this simple. And I hope that gives you just a little bit of a taste of that. You don't need any tech knowledge at all to do this on your own. Now, in addition to that, we have an amazing team of support that if you have any challenges, any problems at all, we're here to support. We also have an amazing series of step-by-step videos that just literally whatever section you're on, you can always watch here. So just so you know, it's super easy. You're in great hands. And we've had people on the whole spectrum, tech savvy to no tech at all, totally rock the system. Okay, it really is that easy. All of you can do it. And I want to just share one more story that was so powerful. Recently, I had a chance to meet Isis, and she's a high-end consultant and coach, and runs masterminds in big groups. And so she's got several businesses that are all totally rocking. And she said one of her high-end coach friends had just run a challenge, and he made, I think, something like almost $1 million off of running that challenge. But when she saw how much work it was for him, she said, it's not worth it. She literally was willing to walk away from hundreds of thousands of dollars just because it was just way too hard. When she saw the My Challenge Creator platform, she's like, oh my God, this is what I've been waiting for. And so many of us have been waiting for. She now is running challenges in a way that she never thought was possible, and already has like 4 or 5 people in her community that have also jumped on, because this is something that really does change the game if you want challenges to be part of your business. So you can do this too, but you have to make a choice. You can either stay the same, stuck, frustrated, starting from scratch at every turn, or you can use an app that truly works. So is this for you? This is for the coach that's looking for a consistent and fun way to nurture and convert leads into paying clients without the stress of connecting all the tech platforms and creating launch content over and over and over again. This is for the coach who sees the value of challenges but has hesitated because of how hard they seem to run. It's also for the coach who is burnt out from running live challenges the old way, using the Facebook groups and all the different things that were included. This is just a new way of doing it. Again, all the big names are using challenges, but you don't have to be Tony Robbins. You don't have to have a huge team to run challenges like a pro. All you need is the My Challenge Creator. So I really want to invite you to join our tribe. Let us show you what the My Challenge Creator platform can do for your business. And here's the best part. You can start now for free. All you have to do is click on the Get Started Now button below. You have a 2-week free trial just to test it out. We want this to be as risk-free as possible. And as a special bonus, if you do get started right now, included will be one-on-one call with one of our Challenge Creator experts to get oriented to the system, as well as to help you kind of organize your thoughts if you're not exactly sure what you want your theme to be or how you want to run your first challenge. They've run hundreds of challenges, and it really is a huge time saver. So that's going to be an additional bonus for all of you who do sign up. And with that, I thank you. And I invite you to say yes so that we can show you just how powerful challenges can be for your business.